So I got my hands on this old vise. My wife's grandmother is moving out of state, and they were cleaning out her boyfriend's garage, and he happened to ask me if I saw anything I wanted, and this vise caught my eye. No idea how long he had it. It looks to be about 20 years old at least, probably closer to 30 if I had to guess. It's real heavy duty. Here, I'm cleaning it up, but I don't think the wire wheel is necessary on this bit. I might have just been able to wipe it off, but I wanted to get any rust off. It wasn't seized up when I got it, and I wanted to keep it that way, you know. Cleaned up real nice. Here I'm cleaning up the part of the jaw that extends. That's a big long, I'm not sure what they're called. It's like a machined thread screw, and that's how it opens and closes. Here's the base. I wanted to make sure it was cleaned up nice and good. There was some kind of, I don't know, gook on there, and I cleaned it up best I could. Put some oil on the surface. I didn't paint anything because I know if I just keep it oiled, it'll be alright. It's easy to disassemble, so I could always do it again. I'm always more of a reuse it kind of guy than, you know, I was looking at vices actually for a couple months on eBay, Harbor Freight, Amazon. You're looking for a vise this size with not even pipe jaws like that, like you see, and even the horn on the back. I never even saw one like that, and you're looking at $60 to $150 for a decent vise. So to find one like this the way I did, it was just perfect for me. This did feel a little sketchy because I had to hold the jaw and the drill, and I was thinking to myself, I needed a vise to put the vise in. Ironic. Worked out though. The wire brush was needed on these jaws. They were pretty rough. Obviously, being a bench vise in a hot rodder's garage, this thing saw a lot of hammers. He didn't seem like a very gentle man, I'll just put it that way. I am thankful to Bob for giving me this thing. I could end up giving it to my kid in one day, you know.
File across it, make it smooth.
Hopefully they do something similar. I cleaned up the jaw best I could, took a file to it, trying to flatten it down here. I know it's not exactly the way you're supposed to use a file. Don't roast me too bad, but it worked out pretty well. I didn't get it on camera, but I actually reused the think they're called vise teeth. I took them off. The tops of them were really damaged, but I was able to just flip them upside down, painting them red, and reuse the original hardware and just put them back. They're like new teeth at that point. Well, at least the second line. I've never heard of Alltrade vise. I think they're built in Taiwan. Quality of the steel, I believe it's cast steel is what it's made out of. It's in really good stuff to work with. It cleaned up nice. I didn't paint the top there. I usually don't with the vise. It gets all beat up anyway, so if you just take a wire wheel to it every now and then, it should be fine. I did use penetrating grease, well not grease, penetrating oil, like a PB blaster, and that's how I cleaned up the body of the vise. I just kind of gave it a light spray down, then wiped it down with an oiled rag, and the, I believe it's called a mil-spec finish. It came back and it looked pretty good. I don't think it's cast iron, I think it's cast steel. But correct me if I'm wrong. You guys might know more than I do, you know. I haven't really researched much into the vise building, but I'm realizing it's much larger than I originally anticipated. Now here I kind of messed up. I was getting all the rust and corrosion off the handle there, and then when I start taking the wire wheel to the knuckle that it goes through, I didn't realize, but that's actually nickel plated, and the nickel plate just started coming off like no other. So it's a little ugly up close, but I mean honestly, it's a bench vise. It doesn't matter. It was just a little bummed. There's some little PB blaster on there, would have cleaned up just fine. But there's like a comparison. You have a white, or you have a clean streak, and that's a before. And here's after. The lighting's a little off, and also after. That's the moving jaw. I wanted to get a shot of the threads. Everything was in really good shape underneath. It would just looked really bad on the top. So I'm just giving it some oil. I actually had to do this twice, because I didn't realize I wasn't rolling the camera the first time, so I actually took it back apart and put it back together again. Overall, it was just really satisfying to get my hands on a piece of metal like this. I've never had a bench vise at my house, you know, of this caliber. I have a little hobby vise, but it doesn't stand up to this thing. I'm sure you'll be seeing this thing pop up in future videos. I just used it to cut the bolts on my mini bike handlebar video. Yeah, this will probably be one of my #1 supporters in the garage from now on. So there it is without the teeth. You know, not looking great, but I wasn't shooting for perfection, just wanted it functional, and I don't want it seizing up on me. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, maybe subscribe. Thank you. Have a good one.